Have you ever taken a bucket list trip only to have views completely disappear? That was our first Glacier National Park adventure in 2020. 4 years later, Glacier made it up to us in the most spectacular way.
Today we're sharing two very different Glacier National Park adventures, a smoky trip in 2020 and the redemption trip in 2024.
When we rolled into West Glacier RV Park in September of 2020, before we became allies, we had that dream trip excitement. The campground was perfect, level, full hookup sites, spotless facilities, and just steps from the historic entrance once used by the Great Northern Railway travelers more than a century ago. Here's a fun fact. The railroad didn't just bring visitors, it helped create Glacier itself, marketing it as America's Alps. But 2020 had other plans. California wildfire smoke had pushed more than 900 miles into Montana, swallowing the entire valley in gray. The mountains gone. Lake McDonald, a dull silver sheet. Going to the Sun Road, completely hidden. Just after we entered the park, Glacier introduced itself. A black bear wandered calmly across the road, unbothered and completely at home.
She was beautiful.
It felt like Glacier was saying, "Welcome to my world."
Lake McDonald, the largest, deepest lake in Glacier, was also swallowed in haze. Normally a brilliant turquoise, it sat still and silver, its famous colorful stones hidden beneath smoky light. The mountains surrounding the lake, completely invisible. It was Glacier, but veiled, like it was saving its full beauty for another day.
Logan Pass sits near Triple Divide, one of the rarest hydrological points on Earth. A single raindrop here could eventually flow into the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean via the Gulf of America, or do you say Gulf of Mexico? Or the Arctic Ocean via the Hudson Bay. Very few places on the planet do that. Standing there, you're literally on the rooftop of North America. But in 2020, we saw none of it, just smoke.
We still hiked the first mile of the Highline Trail, gripping the cable bolted into the cliff as sheer drops fell below.
I gotta say, I was scared.
I know you were.
I was scared.
He's like, "We're done, we're going back."
The cable ran out and I stopped walking. And I hung onto the cable for dear life. Never did you ever feel so small in your life than to come around the corner of that cliff with a ledge maybe 6 feet wide that you're walking on, and there's hikers coming to and from, and you just look out into the vastness and you see the road, I don't know, 500 feet down, and you feel this big.
Even in the smoke, the trail felt powerful and vast.
Oh, that's what I just said. We headed to Hidden Lake Overlook next. That was much safer. Well, it was much safer, but there was a bear sign there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had the Hidden Lake Lower Trail closed because of bear activity.
High bear activity.
High bear activity. Hi, bear.
They were high.
Hi. No, it's not California.
It was the smoke.
Oh, it was the smoke. Hidden Lake looked like a faint blue shadow, and Bear Hat Mountain, usually the star of the view, appeared only as a ghostly outline. It was beautiful in a completely unexpected way.
It was like a heavy fog. You'd look at it and think it was a fog, but a fog that never left.
Yeah.
And you could smell it.
And you could. It smelled like a continual campfire everywhere we went. And breathing was a little bit harder, I thought. You know, because you got all that smoke and haze in the air, and then you're at 6,000 feet above sea level, so you got that haze burning your lungs a little bit too.
You were breathing hard either way.
Well, yeah. I think there's a clip where I sound like Darth Vader.
Even in haze, Piegan Pass felt magical. Green meadows glowed softly, alpine firs twisted in the wind, and Mount Saya, one of Glacier's tallest peaks, towered through the smoke. Saya Creek was crystal blue, rushing over ancient stone, glowing brightly even when the sky had disappeared into gray. All of our pictures we took turned out basically amazing, but they all look like black and whites.
They do. You have the picture of me. It looks like I'm standing here with my fly rod at the edge of the world.
Yeah. They're beautiful, eerie.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a weird way.
This smoke did not ruin our trip in one
No.
way. In fact, when we were at Logan's Pass, we kind of got above the smoke line a little bit. It was hazy, but it was still good. And then we wound up extending our vacation an extra day and rushing home because it's a good long 3 days from Glacier to Northeast Ohio. So we took another day and we went back up and visited the places that we couldn't see before, and it started to show itself.
It was still smoky, but not nearly as bad.
Not nearly as smoky, not nearly as bad.
The beauty there is just amazing.
We drove up to Polebridge Mercantile, home of the Huckleberry Bear Claws since 1914, and learned quickly why locals beg visitors to slow down. They literally breathe the dust. And of course, the Northern Lights Saloon had closed one day before we arrived. Classic 2020. A promise from Glacier on our final day, something changed. The haze began to lift, peaks appeared, valleys sharpened. For the first time all week, we finally saw Glacier's face.
So in 2024, we did exactly that. This time we stayed at the St. Mary's East Glacier KOA. Wide open views, a huge dog park for Grizzly, a swimming pool, hot tubs overlooking the mountains. A storm rolled through. As it cleared, the rainbow stretched across the campground. This time, Glacier welcomed us with open arms.
Driving up to Logan's Pass, we ran into a full mini blizzard, snow swirling sideways, wind whipping across the road. They actually closed Logan's Pass for the rest of the day that day. I think they got almost a foot of snow, and that happened in about an hour.
Yeah, it was quick.
And this is, when were we there? August?
August.
And this is late August, so you can get the snow. We got down to the lower elevations and it was rainy, wet, and then it cleared out again. This time the storm cleared just enough for us to finally see the carved cliffs, the stone guardrails, the vast mountain views, and the sheer engineering masterpiece that is going to the Sun Road.
It truly is a masterpiece.
It's amazing.
Everybody should drive that road sometime in their life. Revisiting St. Mary Lake in clear weather felt like being in a completely different world. The water glowed bright, glacier blue, and the mountains rose sharp and majestic around it. No smoke, no haze, just pure glacier brilliance. It felt like it was reintroducing itself. This is who I really am.
Many Glacier Lodge is one of those places that stops you in your tracks the moment it comes into view. Built between 1914 and 1950 by the Great Northern Railway, the entire design was intentional. They wanted visitors to feel like they had stepped straight into the Swiss Alps. That's why the lodge has deep wooden balconies, exposed timber beams, and those charming chalet-style roofs. The lodge sits right along Swift Current Lake, and on a calm day, the mountains behind it reflect perfectly across the water.
We just wanted to go and have a cocktail and check the place out. We ended up staying for the full day and wished we had more time there.
Yep, they have great huckleberry margaritas.
We'll definitely go back again.
Nothing like spicing yourself up with a bunch of huckleberries, which is, August and September is Bear's favorite food. So you go out ruminating huckleberry odors into the woods. Yeah. And bear bells, they're dinner bells. Don't use bear bells.
There's a lot of different opinions on that, isn't there?
There is, yeah. Bear
There
bells
really
or no
is.
bear bells. Well, we heard people at Pegan Pass wearing bear bells, and it sounds like it's just a faint little call.
Yeah.
I'm
Here
over
I
here,
am.
come over here and eat
Appetizer.
me. Yeah, appetizer.
We just carry bear spray.
Yeah. We headed up towards the Canadian border, and we passed by Babb, Montana, and Chief Mountain. Chief Mountain rises straight out of the plains like a giant stone monolith. It's very similar to Devil's Tower, just a smaller version. For the Blackfeet Nation, it's a sacred place of ceremonies, offerings, and prayer for countless generations. Geologically, it's a clip, a massive slab of ancient rock pushed up over much younger layers. We passed through Babb for our $9 eggs, classic Montana pricing, and grabbed some Chief Mountain coffee at the East Glacier grocery store. If you've never had Chief Mountain coffee, it's something you have to try. It is very good, and you can't buy it anywhere else. And it was very expensive, and the bag was about this big. I think that was another $30 expense, but it was so good. We then went to Running Eagle Falls. Running Eagle Falls is named after Patama, a legendary woman warrior of the Blackfeet Nation. She completed her vision quest near this very spot. In spring, snowmelt crashes over the upper cliff. In late summer, water pours through a cave beneath it, earning it the nickname Trick Falls.
Returning to Hidden Lake Overlook in 2024 felt like completing a story. Hidden Lake shimmered deep blue. Bear Hat Mountain stood in full glory. On our final night, Glacier surprised us with the Northern Lights. We'd never seen them before. That's what I'd been waiting for.
We have.
So many of our trips, we thought, okay, this is it. We're going to see them. We'd never seen them before.
Totally surprised us with the Northern Lights. Soft green, then purple, then red, and it danced across one of the darkest skies in America.
It was amazing.
It was absolutely amazing. And to be able to see the Northern Lights in a place like northern Montana was just such a special thing to
Glacier,
us.
That's just the perfect spot to see them for our first time.
It is. And had I been ready for it and not packed down, I would have gotten my bigger camera out and taken some much better pictures.
It was beautiful just the way
it was. But it was beautiful the way it was, and the pictures we're sharing at the end of this video show how much beauty there was in that sky.
That's what Glacier is. Beautiful everywhere.
Thanks for reliving these Glacier adventures with us, the Smoky trip and the Redemption trip. If you enjoyed this journey, hit subscribe and join us on future adventures. Comment with your favorite national park, and we'll see you on our next adventure. And remember, life's an adventure. Roll with it.